All right, today I wanted to cover banded RDLs, the barbell, obviously. So just going to cover some quick technique on it and explain why we do this. Number one, I like RDLs. Probably my favorite deadlift accessory or variation is an RDL. Really works on that top end strength, and to double down on the resistance at the top end, we add bands to it. Now, which bands do you want to use? Depends on how strong you are, honestly, and how much extra tension you want at the top versus off the floor. I like Monster Minis, the Elite FTS greens. It's a good amount of tension. For me, being as tall as I am, it ends up being roughly 100 pounds at lockout. So I like to use Monster Minis. Reds are what I primarily, Elite FTS Reds, Minis is what I primarily program for my clients. Roughly 60, 70 pounds at the top. But there's charts everywhere for bands to tell you how much. The best way to do it, to be honest, is to buy like a fishing weight and figure out how much tension it is. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter. Too many people place too much emphasis on how many pounds of tension they've got. It's really not that important. So I usually just say it's plus bands. And clearly I'm using greens. So technique-wise, first rep, you're just going to deadlift it. So you get set up just like I do on a deadlift. I don't treat this any differently on the first rep. It's just a conventional deadlift. So first rep, deadlift it up. Now is when the set for RDL starts. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to focus on hinging back. That's all I'm thinking is hinge back, hinge back, hinge back, hinge back, hinge back, and then squeeze the glutes. Hinge back, hinge back, hinge back, squeeze the glutes. I also want to control the eccentric. What I don't want to see is that's more of a Dimmel dead. We're just doing RDLs right now. So hinge back, nice and controlled. Squeeze and hold at the top. That's banded RDL.